dressed up. This is ridiculous. They were up home and they saw some people. They got a bird from the old house. I told them guys to go around and back.
The car comes apart. The whole thing.
Nice, very nice.
It's good colors.
Yeah, the colors are great. That's a beautiful one. That's a nice one.
Well, you two come on in. We want to get everybody into this stuff here.
Oh, he'll be taking them all night.
Oh,
too.
yeah?
We'll have
Oh,
your
good.
fill of it like we before.
Good.
I never even combed my hair after I come in.
Hey, me either. I'm not my usual gorgeous self.
Dan's gonna go out and roller skate for a little while. It's gonna eventually stay.
Oh,
There's the boy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's one good thing cloth diapers you use for it.
that's what we use
Yes,
it for.
warm socks.
That's
Always.
what we use it for.
There's
Although
the
now
boy.
we have those ones that are
He
shaped
says I'm
like
in a brand new
peppers,
spot
those
here.
ones.
Yes, I guess I have
He
some.
says I want to have a look around.
Well,
Well,
maybe
look
mine
around,
are
eh?
the ones that are, they kind of, after you wash them, they kind of go
Look
that
at there's
way.
your cousin
Like,
David.
they're a double.
Look at him.
2 or 3 layers of double. They're
Look at
not like
Darren.
that.
Look at what's that machine
And,
over
but are
there?
they,
Yeah, he
do
likes
they have
that.
like
He's trying to
Velcro?
get you.
What's he
Oh
doing?
no, they'll go
Yeah.
on.
And shaped just like a
doing?
pamper.
He loves
Oh,
hand
They
motions.
sound like they might be interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah,
interesting?
that's
eh?
You're gonna be staying
And
home.
now
Little
they
bird.
have the little line.
Hey, little bird.
Yes,
You
the
know,
line.
What do you think of that?
Yeah,
Hey,
my friend
what do you
has
think
some.
of that?
She made hers, but I don't think I feel that edition. Well,
What do you
this is
think of
nice, eh, with the fire.
David's got the angle here. His hand motions. He loves.
Yeah.
He's very observant, this little bird is.
Yeah.
Put him up beside you. Because babies don't like to be held just any old way.
They have such a fragile little head.
They just like to
They
be held
sure
in a
have.
certain way, and you have to hold him up now. Now you get your hand under his arm.
Support his
Oh,
neck,
that
his body
looks
like.
Under this way.
Had a
now
great
you put
time
your
this
ho-
saw.
Right there.
Bumblebees outside
I'm
and everything,
spelling.
those two of
There.
yours.
Okay? Now move that hand.
Perfect.
There. That's how babies like to be held. And
He can film him and then you'll film me. Hi, Daddy.
hi, Kyle. Kyle.
Hi, you'll smile.
Kyle, smile.
Kyle.
You're a poet and you don't know it.
He says, just me, you're there. I'm in the movie.
Kyle's gonna be on TV. This video camera.
Great, that's exciting, isn't it?
Oops.
Almost caught him.
Almost cut. Whoops.
Pa.
Oh, I did. No coughing up the puck.
That's right, yes.
Give me a little smile.
What is this, Spike? You're being put into posterity. They're recording your little life for.
Can the mother smile too?
No, she doesn't want
Come on, mother.
to.
Here, I'll fool around with her. I'll get her embarrassed, David. Come on.
Steve, I'm going to
I gotta pretend I'm gonna take her, you know.
You just
Hi, darling.
yeah.
Remember, your relatives are going to be seeing this. So.
Like who?
Your father in
I
another
know.
movie.
Way baby.
Like my father and the other. That's right. He was a
He
woman's
was-
woman's
No,
man.
you said he was pulling everybody out to get him in the film.
Oh, that's right.
Me?
Atta girl.
I agree. I'm
There.
not in the movie.
Isn't she a great lady?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you. I'm proud to
Now
have her
take a
for an
picture,
aunt.
take 6 or 7 of him.
I'm proud to have her for an aunt. I'll tell you right now.
Take 6 or 7 of him. Okay?
Okay, push it to start.
You give a smile.
So what do you say, David? What's on? We're
I
playing.
am. Hi, how are the folks in Ontario?
Oh, they're very well. Very well. Why don't you have a seat there, David?
Good. You want me to sit down?
Sure, have a seat.
All right.
On with the
Photo
overcoat.
before I die.
It
Mommy's
sounds
got
like
the
it's
stove
going to be a
going.
long session.
Film
Yeah,
me.
right. It's going to be an interview.
Tell them
Thank
to
you,
take a
Daddy.
seat.
Smile.
Why don't you boys go over and see your daddy, please?
It's nice to be able to relax and not have to
Daniel.
film for a change.
Daniel, go over and see your
Daniel,
dad,
come on over
please.
and sit by Daddy.
Please.
Please.
Yeah.
Come on, dear.
Daddy.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Families, the whole family.
Look at this gang,
The
eh?
whole family's here.
Not the whole
Yeah.
family.
Whole family.
Right, your mom's not.
Now that's a corner, I'll tell you, I'll never forget that corner right
Oh,
there.
yes, that
Make sure you
corner.
take
I wanna
pictures
tell
of
you
the
right now.
whole rocking chair. That's the big one. It's the original.
Is it indeed?
Everybody always got near that corner.
Is that right?
I'll tell you, that's where Kira, that was the
I
corner.
don't know how many sitting on, they're always taking pictures in that
That's the
corner.
magic corner, and here's the new generation in
You
it.
eating you?
Can you sit
Yes.
Smell it.
I don't know. We can try. Did you finish
I'll
your
see
cereal?
you
I know
later.
your grandma was trying to get
Let's
you.
see
There
now.
you go.
Oh,
Can you
sorry
give us
about
a
that.
little smile?
Oh,
Can you
it's
give us a
swollen.
little smile?
I'm glad you're teaching Andrew how to hold the baby because he's going to be busy.
Oh, I think they both would be.
Now how do you get the telephoto to go the other way?
I have
Just
no
push the back part of it.
Oh, I see.
See? It's sort of like
something that needs a spoon.
Goodbye, Mr. Mix. Oh, yeah. No,
Yes.
this is heavy.
No, it's not doing it for me.
Stevie.
Film me eating.
what's that?
I'll put it off.
Because it just at the. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Aunt Phoebe is going to have a lot of fun now when she sees this.
Well, she'll enjoy talking to you. I'll tell you that. Why don't you, have you got a little message there for Phoebe?
Well, I've got all kinds of messages, but when you're finally being filmed, you don't know what to say. You're tongue-tied.
Pretend.
I usually do the filming.
Tell you what, David. Pretend she's right there and your mother is Phoebe. Tell her.
He scratched me, Andrew, but I only scratched him gently like this.
Quiet, Daniel. Daniel likes to chat too. He should be the one doing the interview.
That's the reunion.
David, what would you like to say?
Okay, so Aunt Phoebe, it would be very nice to have you down here, but since you're up there, we want to send this message to you. All our best, all our love, and we hope you're doing well, and we hope to be seeing you sometime in the next little while.
Little baby.
I don't know when.
Well, you're keeping an eye on Vaughn so he doesn't get drowned in the pond.
Yes, that's a good job. And
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, that's a smart trick. Just
Mother.
stop it.
what would you like to say to your
Come on.
sister?
Come on, say
Not
hello.
very much.
Myrtle,
I'll
say
tell
hello
you
to
the-
Phoebe. Come on.
I'll tell you the truth,
Ruby
Phoebe.
will be seeing this too, probably.
Okay.
It's a
Hello,
hard,
baby.
Oh, if he
hard
cries.
time to keep those guys from pointing cameras. You know about it yourself.
Here, you have him.
They haven't stopped. It's nice to have them with us here. And baby Kyle and Valerie are having a great time too. Look at your.
Film me.
And we see you now. Come down sometime, eh? Okay? You go and get your wife.
I'm gonna get the stove in the fridge, or the sink, because I remember that sink, boy.
You should have said hi to Merv. And Merv and everything.
You think that's funny, girl?
I think that's
Got the
so.
key to the.
Well, you just don't have this nostalgia that I have.
Oh, I do.
Well, I got the key to the tractor.
What are these two rascals doing here now? Now that they've been screaming for being on the film, what are they gonna do?
Tell me now.
Andrew's.
What does this spell?
I think it spells trouble. That's what I was gonna say.
Bored.
He's
Is it?
making me promise to take him for a tractor drive, so I have to today to get that system.
That's not very subtle. What does this spell? Poured.
Oh, yeah?
So I have to
Can I see that? Yeah, can I see that?
Well,
Not
Carol
more
and I
than
are gonna get a clean drawer.
Just the big one.
The scissors are ready. Go get some clean clothes on.
You're all going up there tonight, baby.
I like to be
Kyle.
the only one
Baby
because,
can talk.
Kyle.
I'll probably go over
Say
there.
hi. Say hi. Give Daddy a smile.
Kyle. Hello,
No,
darling.
I'm not gonna smile. But I'm gonna get my diaper changed and some clean clothes on.
Foot on the brake, or maybe I was clutching it. I don't know what I was doing exactly. But anyway, I ran. Oh, it was horrible, horrible.
Well,
I
listen,
ran right into the hay wagon.
don't you talk about
I
you.
broke half of it.
Jimmy Heath got on
Yeah.
one day, and he was going to show them how he could put the thing in the garage. He freaking went out through and down through over the
Oh my gosh.
right
That
over
must
that
have been
thing into the
terrifying.
brook.
Is that fact?
Well, they never let him live that down.
Anyway, I felt terrible because Uncle Kier, he was so good, you see, to us, and he'd let you do anything.
Oh well,
Let
that
you do
happened. That happened. Wore
Yeah.
off.
And then out in the fields, oh my gosh, a number of times.
Did you get your picture?
Mm-hmm. The stories that we could tell about him, it was just wonderful. A real spirit of sharing and love in this place. I tell you.
It was always a lot of fun
Yeah.
anyway. That's when we had the door. You walked out there. We had a nice door there. Remember the screen door
very
and
well.
everything?
Absolutely. Right
And
there.
well, anyway, this aunt, her name was Marion Warren, and you know she was just fussy as a crow for all she was nice enough, and lived in a big shiny palace to what we were used to in the country.
Mhm.
And anyway, everybody was out. Your father and your mother, and I guess every one of you fellas that could crawl. Margaret was the only one around with me.
Yeah.
And we got this phone call. They were coming out, Holly and Mary. And that was just the same thing as having the Queen land. And everybody had been in for supper. I don't know how many at the table. And you know the sand and everything off them coming from
Oh yeah. Oh,
roguing the potatoes and pulling the
absolutely.
wheat.
Absolutely.
And I thought, my heavens, what a time for him to come. So I got Margaret. I said, Margaret, you and I have to start working. You wouldn't believe she was 11.
Mhm.
We had this place just shining. I'm
Sister
not
Margaret?
even
Oh
sure.
yeah. Margaret
No,
was
his
a worker.
sister Margaret.
Mhm.
And
Oh, wow.
everything. So your mother come home. Heavens above, what happened to the place? You know, they knew the shape of him when they left after
Yeah.
all this clay they dropped in.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'll never forget, I was telling Margaret, and you talk
Phoebe
about a
will
smart
remember
little
this
girl.
now when she hears it.
Contrast that with, I hope there's nobody going to listen. Have you got sound on this?
Everything.
Come on, Myrtle.
Well, I dare not say what
Speak
I'm going
up,
to say
girl.
because if you ever showed it in front of the Warrens, we're dead.
No, it'll never happen.
This
Yeah,
is a
just-
Blondin tape.
When Grandpa Warren died, Kira and I and the boys, the two boys that were here living, and he was too small, were back picking potatoes back there, and the cattle were in the field opposite. Well, we locked the gate, but that's not the point. And they called Kieran that he was dying. The women were in there, the sisters, and he had to go into the hospital. And you know, here we were with the potatoes above ground and everything, and what a mess. And everybody landing here, all that crowd from Halifax landed here, and they all came back after Grandpa died. And I had a wash like you wouldn't believe, and I was out picking potatoes. And I hear we'd all this crowd, you know, all the food now. And I was getting shirt ironed for Grandpa, to put on Grandpa. He had a nice white shirt, and I was ironing. And I asked Lynn Ann if she'd go out to the line and bring the clothes in, when I think of Margaret.
Oh, yeah.
And she'd be older, I guess, a little than Margaret was then.
Yeah, she would have been.
She had bursitis in every bone you could think of. She couldn't do a thing. I could have kicked her that day. Well, I said, listen, it'll never hurt you. This exercise is great. Just getting those clothes off the line, you know, might help you. I had to con her into something, and she finally brought them in. Do you think she'd do anything? I was thinking of Margaret.
Oh, Margaret, you told me. I know what she was a worker.
I said, all I had to do was wind you up, Margaret.
She'd love that.
Something like that.
Margaret will love that.
It's a true story.
Well,
And we had these woolen
woolen.
rugs in there that you remember the ones Mother made?
Yeah.
The Boston style with the beauty with the raised rugs.
I remember some of them in there.
And they had to be all shook, I'm sure, because anyone that dared to grin with their tan. It was so funny.
Well, Margaret was quite the girl. One of the stories, one of the little remembrances I have of Margaret, I've got to tell this because it's going to be on recording.
Yeah.
We were having a picnic behind the garage there, you know.
Yes.
I don't know who all. Well, it's Wayne and Gordy, and I think David might have been there, but he might have been. No, he wasn't even born then. And anyway,
I was a
Wayne-
pest. It's possible I was there.
Wayne and Gordy and I,
Yes.
we were the bigger guys, and we were having a picnic back there.
Yes.
And we were having a good old time, and Margaret wanted to join in. She was just a little type.
Yes.
Well, you know, we were all intent down on the ground like this, whatever the heck we were doing. And sure as heck, Margaret comes by and pees on me. She pees on me. Right on my head, mind you. I said, I don't know if she knew
I
what
can
she
tell you
did.
funnier than that.
What's that?
This day, we looked, I guess I was probably putting close. We had the toilet out up there. They had moved it up there.
Okay.
It's beyond that truck garage there, rear park,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
And you know how there'd be a lot of toilet tissue down. So anyway, Wayne decided there was too much and he'd set fire to the thing. Nobody knew this, of course. He didn't ask anybody's advice.
That was
And
Wayne.
I looked and I saw the smoke peeling, you know, flying up in the air. I said, what is
We
going
were a bunch of
on here?
arsonists in them days.
And
I
then
did a
he
bit
told
too.
me- He told
Just
me.
arsing around,
He
eh?
said, I'm just trying to get rid of some of
Just trying to get rid of what?
that paper
Oh, okay.
and everything else with it.
Oh, my
It's a
goodness.
good way to
Would've
get rid
burned
of
the place
paper.
down. You never could be up to them.
We got it. You know what
But
we got to
Wayne
do?
didn't think off Gordy did.
How's he doing, man?
Oh,
Okay, we got to pile the car up.
And the Jacob Bacon.
Okay. This David, he's a determined man. I'll tell you.
Cameras, yeah.
This is your tape now.
Your
You'll be able to
Sure
watch this when
Yeah,
we get back.
we'll be able to watch it, eh? Sound sleep.
Poor baby.
Like that now for you? Yeah.
Oh, Andrew, your nose is open.
Why are you down here when you're not
We
doing
got enough
nothing?
gear here for
Will you
you.
come outside for a sec?
Wait, I'm telling you, however you're going to get those on the plane, but I'm sure you will.
David can tell me how to get to the airport.
Yes?
Yes,
Show them how to go, Dave.
I'll show him now.
We got enough here, David, for an army.
I see that, yes.
Well, what it really is two armies. There's her and me, and then there's the boy himself.
Oh, yeah.
All by himself.
Daddy?
There's a nice picture of you packing at the barn in the background.
Oh, yes, this is all good. And that having a child, boy, that's some experience. I want to tell you, though.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
It's irreplaceable, and I thank God that we had
Yes.
the experience.
We'll be starting all over again this week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. What? She's expecting any time, isn't she?
Yes. Well, it'll be Friday for sure.
By when?
Friday for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's hard to believe. Do you realize you're probably going to be the last family member packing and leaving this yard while it's in family hands?
I'll tell you. I shake my head. I just don't know what to think of it.
But if you met the couple, I think you'd be very happy and relieved.
Well, I trust your.
Yeah.
Your what's the word? Sentiments.
Yes.
Your instincts.
Yes.
I trust your instincts.
They're a very fine Christian couple, and you know
Well,
it made it a lot easier to.
Oh yeah, I should think so.
Yeah. So.
I would think so.
This is a stream that's been bubbling into the ground for centuries. Lovely fresh spring water. Many a drink our forefathers had at this stream. A lot of memories in this yard.
The old mill. This is inside the old mill. There's the front doors. People used to come in and bring all their grain. All the equipment is gone now pretty well. My father sold it quite a number of years ago, but this was quite a busy place and stay. The engine used to be over there by the tank. It was sold. And there's the track where the logs used to, the carriage used to take the logs up and down right by the saw, which was right by this hole. Of course, it's all sold, it's gone. So the old mill is just about to fall down now, so this will probably be the last shot you will see off the mill. A lot of old beams in this mill. It was well built in its day. You can almost hear the engine going when you stand in here. Now you just hear the silent wind. Towards the pond. This part has fallen in already. This is where the logs used to come in. Dad used to pull them in on a chain on this little platform here that you see. Chain would pull them right in and you'd unhook the chain and then of course roll them over on the carriage which ran on these tracks here. That's part of the track that's left. Fawn mentioned he wanted to take a souvenir back with him. Well, here's a souvenir on the video. Warren Grove Mills. The old original sign that's still on there. The doors where they used to come into the mill. It's a bit faded now, but you can still see it. Warren, Grove, and of course Mills. We'll back up a bit and show you which door I mean. The two swinging doors, the side of the mill where they used to come in. Let's go outside now and see the pond. The ducks are taking off. There's still a few ducks around this old pond. It's gone down a lot now, the water level, of course. Things have changed over the years. Still very beautiful. There's the mill, and right about there in front of the camera is where water gates used to be to run the water wheels. They used to let the water in through the gates and the water power would turn the wheels. Les Warren's place is over through the trees there. A young couple have it now, very nice young couple. They bought the place. And there's the pond. There's our place up on top of the hill. Right on that spot ahead used to be the old Owen place, the old Owen house and buildings. It's all gone now, covered over.